getting ready to go against Patricia Chudziak. Both eyes closed. A few final deep breaths, and they head to the wall. You can see Chudziak got the tape of the perfect descent belay device on the right. Erisazanti Raheo with it in the middle, and Chudziak got a better start. Relatively slow at the blocks, Raheo having to work for this, but does enough. 7.816.
Raheo takes another impressive win there with just good, clean speed climbing. Let's have another look. Here the replay, this stage in the competition. Chudziak looked slightly ahead in the midsection, but in the end, on the left, she brought it back.
Alfia Mohamed now taking on Martin Zienski. Zienski on the right, Alfia Mohamed on the left of Indonesia. Alfia Mohamed won in Chongqing earlier on this year. Here he goes in Chamonix. Very quick start from Mohamed, absolutely flying. He's got a small lead. He'll need to keep it clean though, but it was Zienski who stumbled. Alfia Mohamed takes it. 6.037.
Interesting to see that one back, just to see exactly what went wrong there for Zienski. Both climbers got a good clean start.
It wasn't a huge slip, was it? It just looked like a stumble mid-route. Let's have another look. Keep your eye on Zienski.
Yeah, it was there, the left foot just skimmed past the top of the hold.
Kind of looks like what we'd call a dry fire bouldering or lead climbing. Just left foot just fired down. Must give you a real fright. Anyway, he is safely relieved. Is Dimitri Timofeev watching on, because Bassa's lead will not be extended quite as far as it could have been. Alexandra Kaluchka getting an eye full of spotlight there. And the climbers get reintroduced to the crowd at this stage. So Yiling Song, the world record holder. She is.
18 years old. Elle a 18 ans, c'est la nouvelle venue.
I say Charlie, temperature's really dipping here a little bit. The speed climbers will be wanting to get on with this a little bit. I think they've just got a canvas tent really just behind the wall to keep themselves hopefully dry as well as warm. It's tricky. I think the speed climbers really like to get warm and stay really warm. Conditions and friction in lead and boulder is slightly different. Sometimes you want it kind of a bit cooler, a bit crisper, but in speed sometimes a bit higher temperatures just keep those big muscle groups working. Is potentially a good thing. Size of boulder over there compared to his fellow athletes is quite staggering actually.
Mohamed Alfia Mohamed, the climbers not standing in correct order on the men's side. I will leave it to braver people to go and tell them to move. And Vladislav Dolin introduced there. He'll take on Alfia Mohamed in the second of the men's semi-finals. The humongous black cloud still hangs above Chamonix. It's above the Brevant peak. Mont Blanc largely obscured, the Aiguille du Midi obscured by this huge black cloud. It looks like it's just not quite as fast as Yiling Song herself has been this season. Erisazanti Raheo really got her work cut out here from what we saw from Song earlier. Yiling Song absolutely flew out of the blocks, as did Erisazanti Raheo, but it's Yiling Song who's held on to the speed and takes it in 7.252, once again dipping well under 7.3 seconds.
Yeah, Yiling Song really is on form here in Chamonix. Could see her back up to this really quick time, 7.25 that time. Raheo just didn't seem to quite have it on that run, unfortunately. Couldn't go toe-to-toe with the world record holder. Not bad performance from Raheo, though. Excuse me. It's just
big slip at the top, sadly.
Yeah. It's there, the left foot missed that foothold as well, but she managed to keep momentum quite nicely.
There was the slip. It was from the hold itself. The right foot, the smear just before that left foot. The rain actually has just started here in Chamonix. Couple of drops falling. This isn't what we want to see. Hopefully it can hang off long enough that we can get our competition and our interviews and podium done, but it's just beginning to spit here. It's that fine rain that gets you wet.
Luckily the wall does have a small capping roof on it though, so the hold should stay dry.
Yeah, I think the wall will stay largely dry. It's just getting to and from it that can be the problem when it suddenly starts to rain hard. Alfie Mohamed now on the left against Dillin. It certainly won't rain before these two get to the top of the wall. Mohamed very quick through the lower section, but Dillin looking pretty clean too, but it is Mohamed who takes it 5.609. He's into the big final.
Charlie, that was one of those epic speed races where you can't tell who's going to win right up till that green light flashes at the top. Unfortunately, Lynn had it. She made good progress through the lower section, actually really picked up pace against Mohamed, but it was a final move. Again, on the buzzer, on the timing pad at the top, just to see who took away that one and goes through to the big final.
Just having another look at this, all look pretty clean, yeah, not much wrong with that. And Kaluchka now on the left against Eri Sazanti-Raheu on the right. This for the bronze medal, both away cleanly and then both slip. And neither record a time.
What has just happened? That was fascinating. I'm not sure if I've ever seen anything like that. It's like side by side.
It's absolutely synchronised as well.
Let's have another look here. Just as they launch.
Mike, have a look. Which move did they actually fall on?
Pretty clean start. It's hold number 4. I think it was Raheu's actual left hand slipped. So they're getting ready for a rerun. We'll just check the technical delegate is on stage just asking what the situation is with the athletes.
Break. Alors là, on fait un break. Là, on fait un break, c'est une décision. Allez, ça fait sourire, maintenant on a un peu moins par contre après le break là.
So as soon as we receive more information, we'll give it to you. I believe they're going to go off stage and have a rest before the next rotation. That's hold number 3. So it's a right foot and a left hand. Fascinating stuff as always in speed climbing. Basically the hands are in the same position, but it was the feet on the left hand lane and the hand on the right. They come
for the rerun. So there was a bit of confusion about how the rerun was going to be organised. In that situation, it is a rerun. We had the small finalists for the men sent out. They then went back in, probably not the preparation they want. So now we have the rerun. But it doesn't apply in that case because it barely got clean of the ground. So here we go again, second attempt at the women's small final. We don't have the time on screen this time, but it's Kaluchka who's away. Looks like she's leading, but Eri Sazanti-Raheu was beginning to close in, and it's Kaluchka who gets it to 7.661. She takes the bronze medal.
In the end, that was a good tight battle up until the slip there from Sazanti-Raheu. There was a lot of pressure on them actually after a bit of confusion as to what was going on. Let's have another look.
Well, yeah, as I say, in that situation, it is a rerun. But there seemed to be a bit of confusion about whether they got straight on with it, whether they had. Anyway, we got there in the end, and it is Alexandra Kaluchka who gets it after that fall, where there's a couple of slips. And is going to pick up at least a silver here in Chamonix. Yiling Song really got the game face on. It looks ready to launch. Was just moving about on the pad, Yiling Song, but it was Ivanova, who false started, and it is Song who takes it. Perhaps not the most satisfying of victories when you don't get to run, but she is the gold medalist here in Chamonix. Once again takes a World Cup win. That's pretty much the worst outcome possible for Anouk Joubert in the overall rankings. They were tied coming into this. and Yiling Song's had a fantastic World Cup.
Let's have another look, see if we can see that full start, Charlie.
Yeah, I was about to say Yiling Song was moving around all over on the timing pad, and you have to be careful because the timing pad doesn't actually measure when your foot leaves, it measures when a certain amount of pressure is released. So if you move around too much, you can actually trigger a false start, and Yiling Song was moving around a lot, but it was Ivanova who false started. Not the most dramatic end for us, sadly, in Chamonix, but it is Yiling Song who takes the gold. Elizaveta Ivanova who takes the silver, and we will grab a word via a translator with Yiling Song before we go. On the men's side, Alfie Mohamed, Shizin Song. Song on the left, Mohamed on the right, both World Cup winners before. Song a multiple world champion as well. We keep saying this about Shizin Song, certainly in the second half of his career, and Alfie Mohamed in the first half of his, you would imagine. Only one of them can win here in Chamonix, though. It would be great after the false start we just had in the women's big final if we could have a really nice clean race here. Ideally a blisteringly quick time, somewhere around 5.5 seconds if I really got to choose.
Ready?
Song facing head on into the wall, launches up the lower section, but it's Mohamed who's much quicker through the middle third and will take it in 5.764. Alfie Mohamed picks up his second World Cup win of 2019. He turns to celebrate and sees the good folk of Chamonix laid out beneath him. The Place du Mont Blanc packed to celebrate a gold medal for Alfie Mohamed. Win number 2 of this season for him, and he is beginning to climb up those overall rankings as well.
I was good to see a run go down to the head-to-head right at the very end there. No false starts on that one. Shizin looked like he was in an early lead there. Good start, but then Alfie Mohamed absolutely blistering through the remaining of the route.
Shizin Song, as you said, Mike, got a really, really handy start, and then just momentum just seemed to drift away through the run. Let's have a look. Yeah, he was quick through the middle section. Any clear stumbles, slight miss with the right foot, slight miss with the left as he went out wide there, and then another stumble towards the top. No huge errors, but just 3 mini mistakes that cost him. There was the right foot that wasn't spot on.
Yeah, that right there is the definition of winning and losing a dual race in a speed final. Very, very small mistakes lead to a 6.3 compared to Alfie Mohamed's blistering time on the right-hand side. So clean. 5.76 it was, and there you have it. In the end, good. How was it?
It's amazing for me, and I miss this moment. I love you, Indonesia.
And the crowd was so big here. What was that like?
Yes.
Makes it more exciting when there's a big crowd.
Yes, exciting for me.
Okay, congratulations and enjoy the podium.
Thank you very much.
Silver medalist representing Russia. Médaille d'argent représentant la Russie, Elizaveta Ivanova. Gold medalist and winner of the Chamonix IFSC Lead World Cup 2019, representing China, médaille d'or et vainqueur de la Coupe du Monde de vitesse de Chamonix 2019, représentant la Chine, Yiling Song. please rise for the national anthem. Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne national de la Chine. Ladies and gentlemen, the World Cup médailliste. Mesdames et messieurs, les médaillés de la Coupe du Monde. Alexandra Kaluka, Elisaveta Ivanova et Yilin Song. Messieurs, veuillez accueillir les médaillés pour la vitesse homme. The medal in flower will be presented by. Les médailles fleurs seront remises par Monsieur Pierre Rioux, président de la Fédération française de l'escalade, accompagné de Monsieur Éric Fournier, président de la communauté de communes de la vallée de Chamonix. Bronze medalist representing Russia. Médaille de bronze représentant la Russie, Vladislav Dolin. Silver medalist representing China. Médaille d'argent représentant la Chine, Xing Song.
Clap your hands now.
Gold medalist and winner of the Chamonix IFSC Speed World Cup representing Indonesia. Médaille d'or et vainqueur de la Coupe du Monde de vitesse de Chamonix 2019 représentant l'Indonésie, Mohamed Alfian. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem. Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne national de l'Indonésie. Mesdames et messieurs, les médaillés de la Coupe du Monde de vitesse, Alfian Mohamed, Sing Sing Song et Vladislav Delin. Congratulations everyone, all the delegation for the speed competition, and now the speed is over.